I won't forget you, buddy.
UFC 315 just took place, and I gotta say, this card was pretty excellent, bar a few of the fights. Mainly the women's fights were fucking awful. We're gonna get to that, but make sure you guys like and sub. I can't believe JDM has done it, man. I can't believe it. Even though it means we're not getting Ilya versus Islam Makhachev. We'll talk about that later, though. So we opened the card with Brad Katona versus Bekzat Almakhan. I can't say his first. Bekzat Almakhan. And Bekzat Almakhan got a first-round KO. Tremendous KO. It was, I want to say, a right hand. I want to say it was a right hand, or was it a hook? Was it a right hand and a hook? I don't fucking know. I don't really care, to be honest with you. Bekzat Almakhan dusted Brad Katona. Now, I thought Brad Katona would be good enough to maybe last a decision or maybe get finished in the later rounds, but Bekzat Almakhan absolutely just shoved his fist up, Brad Katona's. And he just destroyed him, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Destroyed him, he KO'd him, he flatline KO'd him. It was a great finish. Another great bantamweight prospect is on the rise. Bantamweight's prospects are more exciting than the guys that are already in the rankings. I don't know what to say, but like Cejudo, who cares? He's washed. Rob Font, he's fun, but Song Yadong, like the unranked prospects like Bekzat and that fraud Peyton Talbot and some other guys, Malcolm Wellmaker now. Bantamweight prospects are more exciting than the guys that are actually in the rankings. I just wanted to say that. So shout out to Bekzat Almakhan. Again, I said he'd win. His striking is really fucking good. He dropped Umar Nurmagomedov, another fraud. So yeah, I got that pick right. Now this pick I got wrong. Daniel Santos versus JeongYeong Lee. JeongYeong Lee, do you want that chicken with that rice or what? No, shout out to JeongYeong Lee. It was actually a really great scrap, this fight. I want to say the second round, Santos kind of stalled a little bit. I didn't mention the commentary. The commentary was so awful tonight. We'll talk about it more as the card goes on, but the commentary, man. Oh, man. DC, awful, and, oh, man, we'll talk about it later, because it really was more prevalent in the main event, but anyways, Daniel Santos, JeongYeong Lee. It was a really good performance from both, but obviously Santos, he did more. He did more, and his striking is good. He pressured more. His head movement, I mean, he was getting clipped a lot, but he does have a good chin. His head movement is kind of awful. That's the Brazilian way. Shout out to Charles Oliveira, who's about to get starched by Ilya. We'll get to that later too, maybe. But anyway, Daniel Santos. I also think, wasn't Ian Gary in the corner of Daniel Santos? So it is what it is. He's used to being in the corner, though. But yeah, anyways, great scrap. I picked JeongYeong Lee. He didn't win. I guess I'm not getting my chicken fried rice order. But it is what it is. And Daniel Santos, two-year layoff, moved up a weight class, looked real solid. Shout to him. He mixed it in really well. His grappling, his striking, blah, blah, blah. Let's get to this. Marc-Andre Barriault versus Bruno Silva. Oh, man, I feel so bad for Bruno Silva, man. He just got fucking, sorry to say this, molested. He did. I mean, Marc-Andre Barriault, like, he literally, what I liked, actually, I'll say this about Marc-Andre Barriault, and I picked him to win, by the way, via decision, though. But what I liked about this performance from Marc-Andre, he really, really pressured Bruno Silva. Like, he went in there and instantly throwing kicks, going forward. That's why I kind of said, like, I thought Marc-Andre was good enough to beat Bruno, but he wasn't going to get a finish, because what he kind of does is he kind of just waits on the back foot, kind of just allows it to get quote-unquote technical and kind of boring. But what I liked about him here was he was the one pressuring, and he had Bruno against the cage. He had Bruno in the clinch, elbows the shit out of him, and I'm not even kidding. Bruno Silva had a dent in his head. It's not funny. It's not funny because I feel bad for him because he had to go out on a stretcher. But he had a dent on his head. It's just, it's not funny, but I'm just thinking about like the video where like he gets elbowed and then it's like a ripple. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's like when you throw a quarter in a pool and it just, or in a pond and it just splashes. Anyways, Marc-Andre Barriault, he elbowed Bruno Silva. I feel so bad, man. You know, it's so funny when people bring up the Pereira fight as a way of like putting Pereira down and being like, dude, Pereira couldn't even finish Bruno Silva. Like, you know, Pereira broke Bruno Silva's face in like 10 different places, and he's never been the same since that fight. Before that fight, he was on a KO streak. So for which people, it's kind of crazy when people say the UFC was like, oh, the UFC loved Pereira, man. They gave him a title shot right away. Not really. Like, I forgot who his debut was against, but he KO'd him with the flying knee. And then they gave him Bruno Silva, and then they gave him Sean Strickland, and then they gave him a title shot. But that's because middleweight was dead and there was no other contenders. The only other contender would have been Sean Strickland, and he KO'd him. So I don't know how people say he got, like, fast-tracked to a title or anything. I disagree. But nonetheless, Marc-Andre got a sick knockout, a sick elbow. I was going insane. Literally, one of the best knockouts of the year, dare I say. Legitimately a KO of the year contender. Absolutely insane. Good for Marc-Andre Barriault. Fuck my nose. Good for Marc-Andre Barriault. If he probably didn't get this, he probably gets cut. Sadly, Bruno Silva might get cut, you know. Hopefully not, but at this point, it's like, what does he even do? You know, it's sad. It's honestly really sad when you think about it. I hope he's really well. God bless him and his family. I hope he gets a speedy recovery. As for Marc-Andre Barriault, he has a really strange voice. I didn't expect him to sound the way he sounded in his post-fight interview. He's like, thank you guys so much, and I wanted to win for Canada. I'm like, yo, this guy looks like he sounds like a freaking biker, and then he doesn't. So that's pretty funny. I've never heard him speak before, but I picked him to win, so cool. Navajo, Stirling, Ivan Erslan. Let's talk about this a little bit. Navajo, Stirling. First of all, just look at this guy. He looks like a freaking alien, right? And he got a hair transplant, right? Navajo Stirling is a light heavyweight prospect, right? He is awful. Like, I honestly, I'm sorry to say this, he's awful. Like, I'm just being honest with you, because think about, like, the prospects of Yuri Prohaska when he was coming up, when he was spinning, elbowing people, when he was knocking out Volkan Ozdemir, when he KO'd Dominic Reyes with a spinning elbow. Think about Pereira on his come up, right? I know he was coming up through middleweight, though. But think about, like, guys, think about prospects that are on the come up, right? Peyton Talbot before he just got fraud checked. O'Malley, you know, when he was coming up, KOing everybody. And if he wasn't KOing them, he was stalling on them like the Chris Matinho fight. You know? Think about all these prospects coming up. Now look at Navajo Stirling. The guy's had, what, 2 decisions? Let's look at it. He's had, what, 2 decisions? And it's just like, this one, he arguably could have lost this fight. I'm not even joking. And then the Tuco Tacos fight was just so, like, rudimentary. It was just so, like, okay, you almost had him out of there in the third, but he didn't finish him because this guy's just, he's mid. He's just mid. He's one of these guys that, he's very hittable as well. I noticed this. He gets hit a lot. And I don't know, man. Like, light heavyweight just has nothing. Then you got a guy like Carlos Oberg. He's another prospect. He's also from New Zealand, funny enough. New Zealand, where's your fighters at? Except Dan Hooker, who's also injured. But seriously, though, it's just like, this guy's shit. Like, I'm sorry to say that. He's really, like, not good. Like, Ivan Erslan is good. And don't get me wrong, he almost finished him in the third. Cool, but you didn't finish him. That's the problem. Like, he almost finishes these guys, but he can't. I don't know if he has no finishing ability. I don't know if he just doesn't have that much power. I mean, obviously he has power because he's flatly, you know, he's putting these guys on their faces, pause. No Jones. But seriously, it's just, it's ridiculous that this guy's considered a prospect, a surging contender, and this is the best performance he can give us and offer us. It's like, it's just not exciting. I thought he won the fight probably 2-1. I don't know. I didn't love this fight. I don't really care that much. Erslan is game, though. Shout out to him. He's pretty cool. He actually tries to fight. He's a Chad. Navajo Stirling is just tappy, low kicky, tappy, low kicky, tappy, low kicky. And then he gets tagged a bunch. And then that's it. He has a good chin, and he has good low kicks. So sounds just like Israel Adesanya. Can't wait. Can't fucking wait. This fucking Filipino, fucking New Zealand, fucking Australian fuck. Modestas, another robbery, huh? Another robbery. Well, why'd I say another robbery? The last fight was not a robbery, but it was close. But it wasn't a robbery, I thought, personally. I also picked Navajo Stirling, by the way. I want to make that clear. I still don't care, though. It was a shit performance. Modestas, Bukauskas, Ian Cutelaba. This was a motherfucking robbery. This was a robbery. Now, yes, I am biased. Yes, I'm an Ian Cutelaba fan. Yes, I picked him to win. I don't care. Modestas, Bukauskas is shit. No, so Ian Cutelaba is pretty shit, too. I can't lie. But seriously, though, this fight was like... We'll talk about the fight itself and then the decision, right? The fight itself was plainly mid. It was just really, really mid. Dare I say it was awful. It was just two guys going at it, pause. Two guys going at it. Yo, I'm saying a lot of sus shit today. It was just two guys just... It was ass. What else you want me to say? It was fucking ass, man. It was ass. There was nothing... There's no other way of putting it. It was fucking dog shit. Ian Cutelaba usually has good fights, usually has fun fights, usually is there to scrap. But he just didn't want to fucking scrap. And then Modestas Bukauskas has no aggression to his game whatsoever, Because whenever he was throwing, to be fair, he was landing pretty decently on Cutelaba, but Cutelaba's got a chin. This was awful. I don't even care that Cutelaba got robbed. I'm going to be honest with you. I can't even tell you what rounds I thought he won. I don't give a fuck. But I think he should have still got the decision. And let's talk about the judges, right? One judge gave it 3-0 Modestas. Another judge gave it 3-0 Cutelaba. Another judge gave it 2-1 Modestas. So how is it possible that you have three judges, all three of them see three different things? I don't understand. Well, one different thing, because it's... You fucking know what I mean. How is it possible? How is it possible that one judge has it all 3 rounds to one guy, another judge has it all 3 rounds to the other guy, and then a third judge has it 2-1 to the other guy as well? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I actually read that one of the judges is a boxing judge. So, fucking amazing. Fuck this sport. Ian Cutelaba got robbed. He's put together some good work at light heavyweight, but now he lost to fucking Modestas Bukauskas. He's a bum too. Fuck this sport. I hate it all. Jessica Andrade versus Jasmine, whatever her name is. Shout out to Jasmine Jasudavicius, right? She's the only women's... It was actually the only good women's fight in terms of actually her getting a finish. Andrade is washed, sadly. And Jasudavicius, I picked her to win, I'm pretty sure. Did I? I did. I think I did. I'm sure I did. And she won, and she got a submission, and Canada went crazy. And, yeah, I guess you guys got a decent prospect. Unlike Manon Fiorot in the co-main event, we'll get to. If you guys thought... If you guys thought my Ian Cutelaba rant was, if you guys thought I was angry about that, man. Anyways, Jasudavicius won. Cool, good for her. Mike Mallott, Charles Radtke. I picked Charles Radtke because I wanted to hear him say the F word after. No, I'm kidding. I picked Charles Radtke, but, it's crazy because I was going to pick Mike Mallott, and then I convinced myself to pick Radtke for whatever fucking reason. Mike Mallott won. That was my initial pick, like many, many weeks ago when this fight was announced, but it is what it is. Mike Mallott won, and he got a sick KO in the second round. Honestly, even just the first round itself was phenomenal from Mike Mallott. I have to burp. Mike Mallott in the first round was excellent. He did a good job of keeping Charles Radtke at range, but it wasn't boring. It wasn't one of these where he's running around. He was keeping him at range with his kicks and his stomps and his low kicks. But when he saw an opening for a shot, he went for it. He went for the chin. He went for the shots. That's all there is to it. And in the second round, he clipped him. He got him, and I believe it was a left hook or a right hook. They both landed a hook at the same time, but Radtke has that soy American chin, and it put him down cold, brother. So he went out, and I guess he's not going to be saying the F word anymore. So no, seriously, though, shout out to Mike Mallott. Canada has a prospect. You guys needed this, all right? Any of you Canadians watching, you guys needed this because, but Mike Mallott, man, this is a much better performance than the Trevin Giles fight he had before this one. He was fighting way too cautious in that fight, but in this fight, he was fighting like he actually wanted to get a finish, so shout out to him. Moving on to the main card, finally. Benoit Saint-Denis versus Kyle Prepolek. I love Benoit Saint-Denis. He's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Why? I don't know. I just like him. He's funny to look at, and he always brings a good scrap. And this fight was a good scrap, but it should have not been a good scrap. Now, he was a minus 1,600 favorite against Kyle Prepolek. Why the fuck is Benoit Saint-Denis not finishing this guy within a minute? Now, he tried to finish him with a submission. He almost finished him at the end of the round, but he didn't. And it goes into the third, and he's getting tagged by Kyle Prepolek. Now, overall, I thought it was a good performance by Benoit, but he still has those fundamental flaws. It's like he never went to like boxing class where they teach you like tuck your chin, keep your hands up. You know, he doesn't tuck his chin. He doesn't keep his hands up. He fights like a women's fighter, but obviously he has the physicality of a man, so he's going to obviously, you know, do better than the average women's fighter, which we'll get to Natalia Silva in a minute. Benoit Saint-Denis, I thought it was a good performance. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, Kyle Prepolek landed a couple of shots. Benoit, you know, his grappling is pretty great. I think his grappling is really, really great, though. He has good transitions. His entries are not the best, but he gets them, and his clinch is good. I mean, like, a lot of people are shitting on him for this performance, but there's good to take from it. Like, his clinch game is fucking excellent. Like, his knees in the clinch are nasty. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, his ground game is good. He can scramble. He's got good submissions, blah, blah, blah. You guys know it all. But shout out to Benoit Saint-Denis. I thought it was a really solid performance by him. Yeah, I mean, Kyle Prepolek, if there's anybody, I'm actually curious if there's anyone on this planet that picked Kyle Prepolek. Or imagine if there's someone out there that bet like $1 million on Kyle Prepolek. Like, you know what? Just for fun, I'm just going to bet my house on Kyle Prepolek or something, you know? But I don't know. But yeah, overall, I picked Benoit. I got that pick right. Cool. And let's do Benoit Saint-Denis, Michael Chandler, boys. Alexa Grasso, Natalia Silva. What do you want me to say? Honestly, what do you want me to say? We've been here time and time and time again. Now, I'm no offense. Like, I know some people praised this fight and said it was a good fight. I'm sorry, I didn't see the same fight as you guys, I guess. I didn't see a good fight here. I saw Natalia Silva kick Alexa Grasso's face in over and over again, right? And that you could say that's impressive. I don't think that's impressive when your opponent is literally like has the worst footwork I've probably ever seen in an MMA fight, like ever. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but still. Alexa Grasso made Kyle Prepolek look like a marauder. Like, her footwork is atrocious. Literally atrocious. She has no way of like getting on the inside at all. Natalia Silva, she just beat Grasso with basic skill. It wasn't like she... Again, I'm seeing people like, yo, Natalia Silva's the future, and dude, Natalia Silva's my favorite women's MMA fighter. Why? Because she's kicked Grasso in the face a couple of times? Really? She's your new favorite women's fighter because she got a couple of good kicks off of Grasso? Really? I don't know. I don't see the same thing, I guess, as other people. To me, I thought it was just a standard fight. I thought it was just a standard, like, kicked her in the face a couple times. Grasso doesn't know how to deal with it. And then round 2 comes, still doesn't know how to deal with it. Round 3 comes, still doesn't know how to deal with it. Fight's over. That's literally... And this is the story of Alexa Grasso's career. I mean, you saw it against Shevchenko. She got that fluke fucking submission on Shevchenko. because she was losing the first fight against Shevchenko before the sub. She was losing the second fight. She lost the second fight, and she lost the third. So, I don't know. I don't really know why. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. And Grasso is shit. WMMA is shit. Like, Natalia Silva is a prospect. This is women's MMA's best prospect. It's crazy. Like, think about male MMA's best prospects right now. Like Gene Silva. Think about Gene Silva right now. First round KOing motherfucker, submitting Bryce Mitchell. Dude has the most hype of anybody, right? He has more hype than most guys that are ranked above him. And then the women's equivalent of Gene Silva in terms of a prospect is Natalia Silva. And she literally has like one finish, I think. And she's on a 6-fight winning streak. And she has one finish. And it was like a standing TKO, I think. Isn't that hilarious? One finish. And you're this surging prospect, boys. She's this surging prospect with one finish. I'm not even kidding. Like, let's look at her record. I'm not even trolling. I'm not even trolling. Look. Decision. 1 KO against Leonardo in 2023. 1 KO/TKO. Oh, I burped. Okay, she has 2. Okay, fine. She has 2. She has 2 KOs. Wow, and that's it. My bad, guys. She has 2 TKOs. Sorry. Compare that to Gene Silva, who's on like a fucking 6-fight finishing streak, right? It's just retarded. I hate women's MMA. And we're going to continue this rant with the co-main event. But, oh, my God, look. Now they're making me... No, I don't care. Get out of here. Anyways, I picked a Natalia Silva, so cool. I don't really care. Oh, my God, and then we got to continue. Jose Aldo versus Aiemann Zahabi. It's like this is just as bad as a women's fight at this point. No, honestly, this fight was a good scrap, but I just banged my mic. It was a robbery. It was one of those fights where... Maybe it wasn't a robbery. Maybe it wasn't a... It was, though. I don't know. I don't even give a fuck, man. Jose Aldo, right? He wins the first 2 rounds, in my opinion. The first round, it's clearly an Aldo round. The second round, I thought it was a close round, but I still gave it to Aldo. I still think he pressured a little bit more. It was a close round, though. Fine. Round 3, I thought Aldo was winning that round very clearly. When you drop somebody about 2 or 3 times... and you do that much damage, you won that round. Zahabi, yes. He came back at the end of the round and he won, quote unquote. I don't think he won the round though. Just because what? He had some elbows, some ground and pound elbows on Aldo. Like, no. You could argue maybe argue that third round to Zahabi, but to me, there's more of an argument that it's 3-0 Aldo than it is 2-1 Zahabi. I'm sorry, I just can't see it. I just can't see it. And they robbed Aldo again. I genuinely think Aldo has like either dirt on the UFC. Well, he doesn't have dirt because then it would be like a John Jones thing. So he probably just, I don't know. Maybe he fucked Dana's wife. Maybe he fucked Hunter Campbell's wife. I mean, can you imagine losing your bitch to Jose Aldo? Fuck, I'd fuck him over too. So maybe he honestly fucked Dana White's wife. Because the fact that now he's retired, by the way, which we didn't even speak about that, but the fact that this guy came out of retirement, re-signed with the UFC in a really shocking thing. It was like, whoa, Aldo's back against Jonathan Martinez. Now, he destroys Jonathan Martinez. He pieces him up for 3 rounds. And they say, all right, cool performance. You're going to face Mario Batista. Wait, Jose Aldo's going to... He faces Mario Batista. He won that fight. They robbed him, right? They robbed him of that win. He comes back again. Potentially for the last time. And the whole thing about... the UFC didn't have a hype package for him. Well, he should have told them beforehand he might have retired. Guys, You don't think a $1 billion company should already have a package already pre-made just in case he retires on a short notice thing? But they made an entire movie for Anthony Smith, by the way. It is what it is. But anyways, Jose Aldo then loses to Mario Batista, which he didn't. And now they decide to book him against Aiemann Zahabi, a guy who I believe is unranked. What the fuck, man? Yo, Jose Aldo, you want to fight in Canada? Sure. Who against who? Aiemann Zahabi. Maybe Jose Aldo should be like every other fighter and just turn down fights. Maybe then he would have got better matchups. But no, he has to be a Chad and fight everybody and say yes to everybody. And now look what it got him. Fucking Aiemann Zahabi. He sucks, man. I'm sorry. Respect to him. Like, he came to scrap and he didn't hold him against the cage. And he's got heart. He's got grit. He bit down. He pieced up Aldo at the end of the third. And I respect him. You know, he had some moments in round two. Like, cool. Like, I respect him now. Well, I've always respected him, but I'm saying I respect all fighters, guys, except Anthony Smith and Jon Jones. But I'm saying, like, I've gained more respect for him, obviously. It was a good performance at times from him, but I didn't think it was enough to win the fight, man. And now another prospect gets to feed off the name of Jose Aldo. Now he's probably going to be ranked or get another big ranked name. And he has no hype behind him. He has no personality. He seems like a nice guy. He seems like a cool guy. Shout out to him, I guess. But I just couldn't give less of a fuck about this guy. The only thing that he's got going for him is that he looks just like Ariel Helwani. And that's not something I want to be known for. Sorry. I mean, Ariel Helwani's a pretty ugly guy. So, anyways, I picked Aldo to win. I got it wrong. How can you predict this sport? I mean, it's literally a fluke sport, right? Look at the co-main event. Look at the co-main event. We're about to talk about it right now. This sport is a fucking fluke, man. Valentina Shevchenko, Manon Fiorot. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. Valentina Shevchenko, Manon Fiorot was dog shit. It was absolutely dog fucking water, guys. It was one of the worst fights, not only in women's MMA history, in combat sports history. I can't even speak. This fight was ass. This fight was fucking ass, boys. This fight was fucking shit. I mean, you had Valentina Shevchenko, who is supposed to be seen as this, she's a legend, she's a GOAT, she's a blah, 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 she fucking sucks and she'd lose to you take a kid who's fucking 15 years old and has been training boxing since he was like 10, and he would piece up Valentina Shevchenko. I don't give a fuck. She's fucking ass, bro. She's dog shit. I don't want to hear, oh no, respect her. I don't give a fuck. She's ass. She's terrible, man. How are you this far into the game and you're this bad? I swear I wanted to kill myself watching this fight. I hate it so much. Dog shit. Fucking dog shit, man. Whatever her name is, this fucking ugly Russian. Ugh! Oh my gosh, bro. I gotta chill out. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. I almost said something crazy. I have to chill. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just fucking. It sucked. The fight sucked, man. The fight sucked. And we're supposed to sit here and pretend like she's this. Look at Valentina. Her she's so technical with her. She sucks. She really, really sucks. I'm sorry, man. It's insane to me that there's 3 weight divisions. There's hundreds of women's fighters, and the only one that's really good is Zhang Weili. It's like, it makes me want to cry. And then you got Manon Fiorot, who's fucking awful as well. And I told you guys she was awful. I told you guys this fight was going to be awful. I told you guys. Manon Fiorot sucks. She just sucks. She's awful. She's awful. Oh, but look what she did to Erin Blanchfield. That fight was awful too. Look what she did to Rose Namajunas. That fight was awful too. She's awful. There's nothing else for me to say. Her striking looks fucking awful. Her ground game is awful. She accepts bottom position. Like, all women's fighters just accept losing. Yes or no, chat. Yes or no, whatever the fuck. I'm not live, but yes or no, guys. Am I not right in saying, look at the Alexa Grasso fight. Look at this fight as well. Why is it that women's fighters always accept losing so easily? Like, when Manon Fiorot got taken down, she just laid in bottom, kind of just looked at the clock, just accepted it. And Grasso did the same thing. She's getting kicked in the mouth, kicked in the nose, kicked in the eye, and she's just like, they just accept being losers, because women's fighters are fucking losers, man. They all fucking suck. That's it. We need to abolish women's MMA. I'm sorry. Abolish it, please. Get rid of it. I don't care about the fucking simps that goon to Norma Dumas and fucking Alexa Grasso. Fuck them too. I don't care. Get rid of women's MMA, man. We need to get rid of this. It doesn't help the sport at all. At least put them on fight nights. Dude, this should have been a fight night main event in France. Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. And then you could have given this... Then you could have put a fight like, I don't know, fucking, I don't know, some Yuri Prohaska you could have put in the co-main event, or Justin Gaethje, or Arman Sarukian, or some sort of name, someone with name value, somebody who the fans care about, somebody who the fans will buy tickets to see, because no one bought tickets to this event. And why would you? Why would you buy tickets to this event? The only great fight was the main event, and I'm not talking about it actually was a great fight, but I mean on paper as well, it was a really hyped up fight, in my opinion at least. That was the only hype fight on this main card. And this card, if you just literally take out the two women's fights, even the Jasmine Jasudavicius fight, if you leave that fight, whatever, fine. It was a good finish. She's Canadian, but if you take out this shitty Manon Fiorot fight and the shitty Natalia Silva fight, this card is like literally a card of the year contender. Literally. It's just crazy. It's just insane how they bring down the card so much, man. Like, again, and I know I shitted on this fight, but the Aldo Zahabi fight, fun scrap. Benoit Sandini-Kyle Prepelic fight, fun scrap. Good finish from Benoit. Fun scrap. Then it's just like oh man, whatever. Shit. Shevchenko won. Fiorot is shit. She needs to fucking retire. Shit, man. What do you want me to say? It's just so shit. You watch it and it's just like, how do these women even train? Do these women even hit pads? Do they even hit the bag? Do they even spar? Do they know how to throw a kick? Do they know how to throw a punch? They're so beatable, man. I'm sorry. Anthony Smith would beat these chicks. No, I'm kidding. No, he wouldn't. Well, he would. He's so shit. But he still would. Well, obviously he would. He's a light heavyweight sized man. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I hate this sport. I hate women's MMA. But after that shitty co-main event, I was on the verge of suicide. I was on the verge of death. I don't know if I could say that word on YouTube. I was on the verge of self-deletion. Let's just say that. And this main event came along. Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della Maddalena saved my love for this card. Saved my love for this sport. Seriously, though. What a fucking fight. Legitimately one of my favorite fights probably ever. Dare I say. This was a fucking war. Awesome fight, man. Belal Muhammad. Much respect to Belal Muhammad, man. He really went out there. He did his thing. The GOAT did his thing. But he really pushed forward and he really tried. He really tried to make it a scrap. And, he was getting pieced up. And I think that's kind of why it was such a fun fight, just seeing Belal get pieced up most of the time. Because he never, oh my God. Oh, whoa. He never. I'm not saying. Okay. I didn't say the N-word. Okay. Joaquin Buckley, please don't beat me up. Shout out Joaquin Buckley. Anyways. Belal Muhammad. He tried to make it a scrap. He tried to go forward. He tried to make it, he tried to do his thing, but JDM, he was too much for Belal, man. He was too much for the kid. And he did his thing. And I don't even know how there's people on this planet like that fat fucking retard, that motherfucking bowling ball of a human being, that fat snowball of a man, MMA Joey, who he sits there, right, on his fucking little live stream. I know, guys, he probably makes more money than me. I know, guys, he has more viewers than me. He has more subs than me. I honestly don't give a fuck, right? Because MMA Joey is a fat retard, and he was over here like, after the fight, yeah, 3-2 Belal, 3-2 Belal, coping after the fight. And not just him, Kenny Okoye, but I like Kenny Okoye, but MMA Joe is a fat fucking retard. I just wanted to say that. He's insufferable. And that's about it. Fuck him. And Belal Muhammad, though, seriously, really good effort by Belal at times. He did actually okay in the first round. I don't know if this is controversial. I gave him the first, to be honest. I gave him the first. I have to rewatch the fight because maybe I would change my tune on that. But I did give him the first. But I thought JDM won every other round. So I went JDM rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5. JDM fucked up Belal Muhammad like really badly throughout this fight. Pieced him up. Busted his face up. Pause. He split his lip. I think he broke his orbital, and he also broke Belal's nose. I think he broke his nose. I think that's what Dana tweeted or put on Instagram or some shit. He really fucked up poor Belal, and honestly, like, it made me feel bad, honestly, because Belal is one of these guys that, yeah, he talks a little bit of shit. Yeah, he tries to sell the fight though, and all that and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, Belal Muhammad, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like a nice guy. He helped that little kid from Palestine. He seems like a cool guy. So shout out Belal Muhammad. But JDM, we fucked up Belal Muhammad. And it was an incredible performance. I mean, there's really not much I could say. I mean, he pieced him up on the feet, landed really good twos. I think his twos were probably his best punches. Threw a couple of good kicks as well. But mainly his twos, he has a solid teep as well. He has a really solid teep. And I just think JDM fought like he didn't fear the takedown, even early on. He fought like he didn't fear the takedown. He threw kicks. He got in Belal's face right away. He didn't care. He wasn't like, oh, I don't want to throw a kick because I don't want him to catch my leg. And I said this. He's not Leon Edwards. He's not Leon Edwards who's going to just lay in bottom and, I'm losing the fight. And just accept the loss and accept the bad position and accept being a fucking loser. No. He's not like Leon. That's what Leon does. That's what soy Leon Edwards does. Chads like JDM, we get up from those positions. We try to get the finish. Even in the 5th round when there's like 10 seconds left, he was trying to get a finish. So that's what he was doing. And Belal only got about, I want to say 3 or 4 takedowns. Actually, no, I want to say he only got 1, but like he shot for about 3 or 4, I think. No, it has to be more than that. Is it gonna? Let me see if it tells me how much he shot for. Oh my God, it's glitching. That's why I hate using this website. Belal got 3 takedowns apparently. He did get 3 takedowns. I don't know. It doesn't say how many he shot for, but yeah, I mean, he did all right. He landed a couple of decent shots on JDM. Don't get me wrong, but JDM has an iron chin. But we saw like JDM's face after the fight. He had a purple fucking face. He had a swollen eye. Like, yeah, Belal landed. Like, don't get me wrong. JDM, the one thing that's kind of like tricky with JDM is he is hittable. But there's no one really at welterweight that's going to, like, test that, I feel like, because Ian Gary's not putting JDM's lights out. Brady's not putting his lights out. Buckley could. Buckley's the only matchup I worry for JDM just because of that power, but most of these other guys, Shafkat's not, I don't think so. Nonetheless, JDM fucked up Belal. Belal actually tried, though. He tried to make it fun. A lot of these other fighters would have just been like, oh, I'm losing. Let me just... A lot of fighters like Manon Fiorot would have just accepted the loss like 3 rounds in. Or like Leon Edwards would have, right? But no. Which, by the way, I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, but JDM would have fucked up Leon Edwards. Can we say that? He would have fucked up Leon Edwards if that fight would have happened in London. And I said that. And I predicted that. And I had comments talking about, dude, respect Leon Edwards. He's a legend. I said that. I predicted. I said JDM is would retire Leon Edwards if they fought. And guess what? When he fought Sean Brady, I said Sean Brady's going to beat Leon Edwards. And guess what he did? I'm just saying, guys. I might even do a video like my best and worst predictions. Actually, I am going to do that video. Shout out to No Bromo. You know, he suggested I do it. So... But nonetheless, Jack Della Maddalena fucked up Belal Muhammad, pieced him up. He didn't work the body as much as I thought he would, but he still landed a lot of good body shots as well. His 2 was excellent. His hooks are great. He fucked up Belal. He almost finished him, I want to say, in the 5th and maybe the 4th as well. The 5th, Belal had him down. He was landing some good elbows. But JDM, again, like the chat he is, he got up. You know, he got up. He freaking pieced up Belal Muhammad against the cage. You know, I did predict he was going to get a round 4 TKO. He didn't, but it's okay. You know, he reversed a takedown. He reversed a clinch a couple times. Like, his grappling was so good in this fight, man. So good. His grappling was so good. He beat, what's his name? Leon Edwards. Oh, Belal Muhammad. He beat Belal. I didn't even do that on purpose. Dude, remember the name, right? I didn't even do that on purpose. He beat, what's his name? Belal Muhammad. Oh my God. Belal Muhammad, he beat him. And he pieced him up. He fucked him up. There's not much else to say. He's the new champion. I'm very sad we're not getting Ilya Islam now. But we'll talk about that in a whole separate video. And we'll also talk about JDM Islam Makhachev. Because my take on that fight is... you guys might already know my take on that, but Belal Muhammad, JDM, fight of the year, fight of the decade contender. What are you guys' thoughts on this card? I've been here for way too long. Make sure you guys like and sub. Become a member in the description. Let's fucking go. JDM has saved the welterweight division. Let's go. Oh my God. JDM has saved the welterweight division. Let's go. Also, I forgot to speak about the commentary regarding the main event. Fucking awful. Daniel Cormier, man. Dude was overhyping everything Belal Muhammad threw. He was treating it as if it was like... Belal Muhammad was losing, but he was acting as if it was like credit to Belal Muhammad more than he was giving credit to the guy who actually won the fight, which was JDM. It was ridiculous. I mean, we know why Daniel Cormier was glazing Belal. They might be friends, but also... They're both wrestlers, and, you know, obviously DC glazes any fucking wrestler that's in the UFC. Like, literally, if you're a wrestler and you could shoot a good double leg, oh, DC's going to suck your cock all night long. But nonetheless, I just wanted to mention that he was glazing Belal. He also said after the fight, like, oh, I don't want to hear anyone ever say that Belal is boring fights. One fight doesn't subtract all of his other fights of his whole career. Like, yeah, I thought the Leon fight wasn't that bad, and I thought he had some other decent fights. You know, he knocked out Sean Brady, or TKO'd Sean Brady, whatever you want to say it. He's had some decent fights. But, bro, yes, he has boring fights, Daniel Cormier. One fight does not mean that every other fight of his career, it just never happened. So, it is what it is. Make sure you guys like and sub. Become a member in the description. Peace.